Have you ever had a season of your life that has felt like the wilderness? I would venture to guess that most of us have. The wilderness in Israel is not so much like a forest, think desert, with rocky, rugged terrain, ravines and canyons, but dry, hostile to human life. Have you ever felt like a circumstance you were in or a relationship that you were struggling with, that it felt like the wilderness, like the heat was turned up in your life? You were stressed, overwhelmed, afraid, anxious, not sure how you were going to make it through this one. David is in the wilderness for the second time in his life. The first time, he was in the wilderness because Saul was chasing him in 1 Samuel. He was on the run, he was completely innocent, and he was being hunted. But now, this week, we see David in the wilderness again, but he's not so innocent anymore, is he? A lot of what we see happening in our readings for this week are the consequences of the choices that David has made. It's not unfair to say that David's wilderness is a mess of his own making. But what we see is that God, just like he met David in the wilderness when he was just an innocent shepherd boy, meets David, the not so innocent king, as well. In 2 Samuel 17, we get this council meeting between Absalom and his two counselors, Ahithophel and Hushai. And you'll remember Ahithophel, he used to be David's counselor, but he betrayed David and crossed over to Absalom's side. But Hushai is loyal to David, and he's acting as a double agent, trying to frustrate Ahithophel's advice. And he does. He gives Absalom advice that will only slow him down so that David has more time to get away, escape to safety, and Absalom listens to him. And the narrator in this section pulls back the curtain and says to us in verse 14, Absalom and all the men of Israel said, "The counsel of Hushai the Archite is better than the counsel of Ahithophel. For the Lord had ordained to defeat the good counsel of Ahithophel, so that the Lord might bring harm upon Absalom." In other words, through the brave actions of Hushai, the Lord is reaching into David's life to meet him in his wilderness. The Lord is working on behalf of his anointed one, even though this is a mess of David's own making. In fact, David writes a psalm in the wilderness, in the desert. It's Psalm 3, a psalm of David when he fled from Absalom, his son. This is what he writes. "O Lord, how many are my foes? Many are rising against me. Many are saying of my soul, there is no salvation for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield around me, my glory and the lifter of my head. I cried aloud to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy hill." If you remember back to Monday, when Ahithophel betrayed David, he fell on his knees and cried out to God, "Yahweh, would you frustrate the advice of Ahithophel? He has betrayed me. Don't let him work against me. Don't let him help Absalom." And the Lord has answered David's prayer in this chapter. "I lay down and slept. I woke again, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of many thousands of people who have set themselves against me all around." And he ends it this way: "Salvation belongs to the Lord." If you feel like you are in a wilderness right now, whether it's something that you had no control over, a diagnosis, an accident, a fractured relationship, whatever it is, mental health struggles, or if you can understand that the choices that you have made have led you to this point. No matter what David says of God is true of you too. No matter why people end up in the wilderness in the scriptures, if they seek God's face, he is eager to meet them there. And just like them, just like David, God is the shield about you. He is your glory. He's the one who gives you your value and identity. Says no matter what other people think of you, no matter about what happens to you in your life, I say you are immeasurably valuable. You are my beloved child. And he is the lifter of your head. Imagine Yahweh reaching into your circumstances and raising your head up gently. He is your shield and your glory and the lifter of your head. So friend, if you are in a wilderness, Yahweh is eager to meet you there. And maybe you can steal David's prayer, because what he says about Yahweh is true for you too. He wants to meet you and be your shield and your glory and the lifter of your head. Take care.